Morning. Welcome back. Kind of a welcome back for me. Just got back from the Gold Coast yesterday from the cotton conference. We've had a few days up there looking at things and listening, learning, hopefully taking something out of it, which it was a good week. So anyway, new week basically, back to the farm. So let's see what the farm has in store for us today. Just filling up one of these tractors while Frog goes up to the shed and gets some parts because, something's already broken. That's how it goes. So you've had one of the furrows on the fertiliser rig have a bit of a mishap. She's having a moment. Broke some bolts, twisted everything around. But anyway, that's what happens. That's what happens in farming. But we have some spares up the shed, getting that sorted there now, so everything will be fine here in about half an hour, 45 minutes, be all taken care of. While it's doing that, I'm just going to fill up the tractor with fuel, and that'll negotiate the need for stopping again today, so that'll be fine. Anyway, probably a bit over halfway through with the fertiliser rigs, so that's not too bad of a run so far. Only a couple of little things have gone wrong, so pretty happy with that, poking along well. But what a way to start the day. Anyway, that's saying, it is what it is. Be a beautiful morning, beautiful day once it warms up a little. It's nice and nice clear day. I guess typical winter day out here. No, it's the ground certainly dried out a bit more. The job the fertiliser rigs are doing is a lot better, looking a lot nicer. So very happy with it. Ground preparation's coming well for the cotton crop this year. Very happy about that. So, what has happened? Well, the bolts didn't come loose because 3 bolts are still there. The plate of the furrower has broken off behind the bolts. There's a lot of pressure on those guys, so that happens. So it's broken that off. It's bent the brace that goes between them at the back to keep them stiff, and it's also bent the top of the other side furrow board, so that being straight, like can't see on that one, but these ones, it's meant to be sort of straight there. That's not straight, that's all bent up. So good times. So you can see on this one, it's get the camera working again. It's straight here, and that one there's got a bit of a whoop in it. So that's what happened. Pretty simple fix. It's just unbolt parts, bolt parts on. It's not anything exciting, that's for sure, or riveting, but it's bolting, not riveting. Anyway, we'll see where I'm at when he finds the bits and gets back. We might film it, we might not. Depends on what I'm doing. Anyways, we've got some new furrow boards, but this brace that goes between them at the back, behind them, was basically bent back onto itself. This piece was touching this piece and it broke down there. We don't have another one of those, but we kind of made it better, I guess, maybe. We'll see. Loose bolts and put it all together and tighten up, hope for the best. Anyway, we're going to see if we can get this to fit, maybe. Good times. Well, we've got them both going again now. Fix that one with the furrow issue. Here he comes now. I just filled up that other one with fuel. It's heading off into the sunrise. Here comes the next one. Yeah, so in these big long runs, instead of dividing the bays in half, we have one cutting out, one filling in. Seems to work pretty well. Yeah, but these blocks here, we're not putting in starter fert. We spread the ground with some pelletised manure and urea. So that went on at 200 kilos a hectare, and we just wouldn't get them out of the bins 200 kilos. So we, yeah, that's what we did there. So we just spread it on and spread the urea, and then they'll go along with it. Straight up and over with these bankless blocks. These bays here are a bit over, about 3.1 k's in length, 2.9 at the shortest and about 3.1 at the longest. So yeah, straight up and over, nice and efficient. A bit slow with the track machines going over the rise. The bucket's left a bit of a straight edge for us to fall down off. With the, again, like we talked about in the other video, the tipping point. So yeah, makes it nice and efficient though, straight through. Just gets it done. Yeah, so they're still cruising along about 10 k's an hour. So yeah, these fields here were re-levelled. I think I finished about a month ago, so a month and a half or so. Yeah, so we just pulled the hills up with the 6 metre hilling up rigs, and then let it sit, spread the fertilisers, and now we've got the 12 metre pass coming through. So this is the last pass before we put the roller through it and plant it. So yeah, make it nice and pretty. Righto, we'll go and see who else needs some fuel, and then see what other adventure awaits for us. Righto, we're just down here checking out the job of the roller, seeing how it's going, but yeah, we'll flip around and have a look. Here comes young Kyle, he's running the roller for us this weekend. Yeah. Doing what it should be doing, looking good, ready for planting. Magical. Fantastic. Yeah, so the roller's going good. It's punching out a few hectares per day. I don't want to get too close to the fertiliser rig, so the soil and any little slabs and clods get a chance to dry out that they bring up, and then they crumble up to nothing, which is what we want. But yeah, we sort of do a lot of minimum tillage, I guess you'd call it, for cotton. Probably, I don't know what other people do now, but you know, it's like 3 passes and we plant, pretty much is sort of how it works. 3 to 4, that's about it. So yeah, after the headers have been through, we'll probably spread some MAP down, and then we'll incorporate it with the speed tiller, and then run through with the center busters, so a 6 metre pass, which is 8 rows. Sometimes it'll be before the speed tiller, sometimes after, depending on, you know, machine usage and what we've got going on at that time. You know, we might be doing a development program, might be short of operators, etc. So yeah, it might not happen instantly after the headers, it might happen before we pull up into beds. But yeah, after that, after we pull up with the 6 metre bar, we'll just let it sit for a while, and then we'll spread some urea, and which is what we're up to now, right? So February sort of thing, just let it sit from February to now, which is August. So July, we'll start with the 12-metre gear, drilling in some starter fert as well. So yeah, that's right. And then we roll it, and then it's ready to plant. So minimal passes, sort of looking after that soil as much as we can is the program, which seems to work pretty well. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I think that's about it for today. Might wrap it up there. Yeah. So, what do you guys do, pass-wise with your cotton? If you're a cotton grower or work on a farm, even, let us know how you handle it. How many passes you do? Are you meter beds, narrow rows like us? Yeah, let us know. But yeah, pretty sort of non-eventful day really today. Just that one breakdown early this morning with the fertilizer bar, bending that brace up and breaking those bolts and those furrow boards. But yeah, that was an hour fix, and most of that time was travel back to the workshop. But yeah, pretty uneventful day, which is good. An uneventful day is a good day. So yeah, that'll do it for today, I reckon, and we'll see you all next time.